Thank you, Achin, and I welcome all the participants who have joined us today. I hope everyone is prepared and ready to play the quiz. So without taking much time, let's get started. So eyes on your screen, and here we go with the first set of questions. Who founded the first Indian National Army? And your second question is, who is the author of National Anthem of India? Is it Rabindranath Tagore, Vallabhbhai Patel, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, or it's Subhash Chandra Bose? Quite easier questions to answer. I hope everyone will get it correct. We'll wait for the results. Okay, we'll go to Puvasan to find out
Okay,
the
let's find out the
results.
right answers. Okay, looks like Manik, the first set of questions were very easy. A lot of them
Absolutely.
got the second answer correct, Rabindranath Tagore, and the first answer is option B, Captain Mohan Singh.
Great. Well done, everybody. Excellent. So we'll move on to the next set of questions. Who gave the slogan, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it? And the second question is, prior to the independence, which one of the following did patriotic Indians use as a means of protest? Is it kites, flags, cultural events, or rangolis?
You guys have 7 seconds left to answer. Come on, students, every question matters.
So let's find out the correct answers. Mr. Puvasan, if you can just show the correct answers now.
The answers are here on the screen. First question is answer 3, and second one is option A. Let's see how many have got it correct. Okay, first question, we've got 89% correct answers. Well done. The second one is a little problematic. Students, come on, pull up your socks. We have a lot more questions coming up. Moving on to the next question.
So we'll have the next set of questions now.
I think the next set is also pretty easy. The students, let's give the right answers.
In which year was the Jan Gana Mana adopted by the Constituent Assembly as the national anthem? And your second question is, who was the first Bharat Ratna Award winner? In which year was the Jana Gana Mana adopted by the Constituent Assembly as national anthem? 1950, 1947, 1952, or 1931?
5 seconds to go. Come on, students. Okay, let's move to the answers now.
So let's find out the correct answers and see how many of
Correct
you have
answers.
given it
Let's see how many have
correct.
got it correct. Manik, did you know the answer to question 6?
Yes, not that tough.
Yes, looks like our students also all have got it correct.
Absolutely.
59% have got the first one correct. 47% have got the second one correct. Come on, students.
Great
I want
students.
100% of you to get it correct. Moving
I,
on.
I hope you all have got an idea how to play this quiz. So let's move on to the next set of questions. Who designed the Indian Parliament building? And your second question is, in which session did the Indian National Congress declare Purna Swaraj to be its goal? It's Lahore 1929, Lucknow 1916, it's Tripuri 1939, and Lahore 1940.
I think the questions are getting a little more tough. Students,
But I hope everybody knows this.
let's find out the answers.
So
Manik,
let's
what
have
is
the
your
correct.
guess?
Let's find out the correct answers now. Okay.
Looks like we have to get into the difficult section now. A lot of students are getting the
Exactly.
right answers. Well done, students.
Excellent, students. Let's move on to the next set of question now. Who among the following Europeans were last to come to pre-independence India as traders? And your second question is, which one of the following aroused a wave of popular indignation that led to the massacre by the British at Jallianwala Bagh?
These seem to be pretty easy answers, Manik. Easy questions.
Absolutely. Who among the following Europeans were the first to come to pre-independence India as traders? Is Dutch, English, French, or Portuguese?
Okay,
Let's
let's
see the
move
correct
in front
answer.
of the answers. It was indeed the French for question 9. An answer for question 10 is the Roller Act.
Okay.
Okay, I think the first question was a little difficult, or maybe a little tricky, not difficult. A majority have got the wrong answer, but the second one is rather easy, I think.
We expected all of you to get it correct, but not an issue. We'll see the next set of questions now.
Okay,
Eyes
let's
on
have
your
those
screens.
questions.
The first question is the 6th April 1930 is well known in the history of India because this date is associated with. And your second question is, in which year was English recommended as the medium of instruction for the higher education in India by Lord Macaulay? It's 1835, 1833, 1858, or it's 1821. I hope you all are having fun and we'll wait for the correct answers.
Okay, let's find the
Okay.
correct answers.
Oh, so 75% of you have given said Dandi March by
First answer
Mahatma
is
Gandhi.
correct, but the second question I think is another tricky question again. The answer was 1835.
Okay, so with this, we'll move on to the next set of questions. So the first question is, the aim of Swaraj Party was to, and the second question is, who gave the slogan Jai Hind? Quite easy questions to answer.
Very
We
easy,
hope,
I think.
we hope everybody will get it correct. Who gave the slogan Jai Hind? Is MK Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, S.C. Bose? We'll wait for the correct answers.
Okay. Can we have the answers?
So
Okay, the question 2 was rather easy, I think. A lot of our students have got it correct. First one, Manik, I think
the
we have
first
to
one.
give students a little more time. Maybe they didn't get enough time to answer this.
So we'll give a little more extra time to the students.
Yes, I see
So,
a few queries on the Q&A section. Don't worry, students, we'll give you a few extra seconds.
so let's
Can we have
have
the next question?
questions. When was the non-cooperation movement called off? And your second question is, who designed the Indian national flag? When was the non-cooperation movement called off? It's 12 February 1922. It's 20th February 1922. Is it 19 February 1922 or it's 20th February 1922?
Okay,
Hope
let's
everybody
see.
has
The
read
answers
about these
are
questions.
another tricky question. Majority have answered 20th Feb. The answer is 12th Feb. And the second question, I think many of you have got the correct answer. Option 4.
It's Pingali Venkaya, who designed the national flag of India.
Well done, students.
Great students. So we'll move on to the next set of questions now.
Let's have the next set of questions.
Who accompanied Bhagat Singh to bomb at the Central Legislature Assembly in India? And your second question is, the Rowlatt Act was passed in the year, is it 1916, it's 1918, 1921, or it's 1919? Not that difficult to answer.
Let's give students a few extra seconds for this one. Rather easy, but come on, students. Okay, let's move on to the answers now.
Okay, let's find out the correct answers now. Oh, people have given
Oh,
Chandrasekhar Azad, 53%. So let's find out.
I think we've got a lot of students giving the wrong answers for the first one, 52% of you guys. Second one is indeed correct. It's 1919.
Great students, well
Let's
done.
get
Let's see.
more right answers.
Let's find out the next set of question now. So question 1 is, who handed over the charge of the Indian National Army to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose? And the second question is, who was known as the Frontier Gandhi? Is it Abdul Ghaffar Khan, it's Mahatma Gandhi, it's Shaukat Ali, or it's Muhammad Ali Jinnah? Who was known as the Frontier Gandhi?
I think we should give students a few more seconds for the next one.
Absolutely, Puvasan.
But let's see the right answers. Okay. The answer to the first question is option A. And the answer to the second question, as majority of you have given the right answer, it is option A again.
Most of students knew the answer for the second question, and first
Yes.
one was little tricky.
And a
So
little lack of time, I guess. So we'll give you a few extra seconds, students. Please think, analyze, and then answer the questions.
here is the next set of questions. When was the Azad Hind Fauj formed? And your second question is, who among the following leaders proposed to adopt complete independence as the goal of Congress in the Ahmedabad session 1920? Is it Abdul Kalam Azad, it's Hasrat Mohani, it's Jawaharlal Nehru, or it's Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi?
I think both are pretty easy. Couple more seconds. Okay, let's find out the right answers.
It's the first answer. It's
First answer
28%.
has got it correct. Second question, I think, was indeed tricky.
Tricky. Absolutely.
It isn't Gandhi. Okay, students, just look carefully, read the questions again. We will give you a few more seconds, but take your time, read, and then answer.
So we'll move on to the next questions. So the question 1 is, the last opportunity to avoid the partition of India was lost with the rejection of, and your second question is, in which one of the following provinces was a was a Congress ministry not formed under the Act of 1935?
Come on, students, think.
In which one of the following province was a Congress party ministry was not formed under the Act of 1935?
Okay, let's move to the answers.
Is it Bihar, Madras, Orissa, or Punjab? Let's find out the correct answers.
Okay, Manik, I think you were right. It is Punjab. The second question was Punjab.
So,
First
and
question, a lot of you have got it correct.
correct,
It is the cabinet
absolutely.
mission plan. But
Well
second
done,
question,
well done. Lots of people got it correct, and just think little bit, and we want everybody to give the correct answers, and let's move on to the next set of question now.
okay, can we have the questions on the screen?
So, who founded the Independent League? And your question number 2 is, who was the first person to observe individual satyagraha? Is it Vinoba Bhave? It's Mahatma Gandhi? It's Vallabhbhai Patel? Or it's Govind Ballabh Pant? Who founded the Independent League? Is it Motilal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi? It's Raj Bihari Bose? Or it's Lala Lajpat Rai?
3 seconds. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing a majority would have got this answers correct.
Okay, for the first
The
question, it's very bit. It's a mixed response for the first question, and for the second,
question
49% of you
got
have
it
given Mahatma
wrong.
Gandhi.
The correct answer is option A.
It's Motilal Nehru, and second one is Vinoba Bhave.
Students think the answers are right in front of you.
To tell you, yeah.
Can
So
be a
we'll
little tricky, but just read the questions and answer.
So here's the next set of questions. The question number 1 is, the Indian National Congress observed Independence Day for the first time on 26th January in the year. And the second question is, who was the freedom fighter who died in jail due to the hunger strike? Is it Bhagat Singh? Is it Bipin Chandra Pal? Is it Jatin Das? Or it's Subhash Chandra Bose? Or none of above? Quite easier. We hope everybody will get it correct.
Okay, let's see. I
50,
think majority have got it correct. Yes, indeed,
absolutely.
it's 1930. Right answer 57%, and 49% have got the right answer for the second question as well.
It's Jatin
Option
Das,
C.
who
Correct.
died in jail due to the hunger strike.
I think students are now paying attention.
Absolutely. Over.
Okay, students, let's move on to the next one. Can we have the questions, please?
Who was nominated as the president of Indian National Congress after the resignation of Subhash Chandra Bose? And your second question is, the first mass movement started by Gandhi was, is it a non-cooperation movement, SALT movement, Quit India movement, or it's Indigo movement?
Okay, students, think. Read the question carefully.
The first mass movement started by Gandhiji was
Okay,
non-cooperation movement, SALT movement, Quit India movement, or it's Indigo movement. So we'll find out the correct answers.
let's see how many have got the correct answers. Yes, indeed, Manik. Students are now
Everybody,
reading the
abs-
questions, analyzing, and giving the right answers.
absolutely. Well done, everybody.
Was
Excellent.
Rajendra Prasad and the non-cooperation movement.
So next question, please.
Mani, can we have the
Who,
next question?
so who led the SALT Satyagraha movement with Mahatma Gandhi? And your second question is, who was the president of Indian National Congress when the Mountbatten Plan was accepted? Is it Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, it's Maulana Azad, or there's GB Kripali?
We have
Who led
five
the
seconds,
SALT
student.
Satyagraha movement with Mahatma Gandhi?
Think. Okay, let's move on to the answers now.
So let's find out the correct answers.
The answer for the first question is indeed Sarojini Naidu. Let's see how
And
many of you have got it correct.
okay,
Well done,
57% student of you have given the
56%
correct
got
answers.
it. Yes.
And for the question number 2, it's like mixed reaction is 36 for Jawaharlal Nehru and 31 for JB Kripalani. But the correct answer is it's JB
Oh,
Kripalani.
oh, correct. Come on, students.
So we'll have the next set of questions now. What was the goal of the Lahore Congress? And your second question is the Balkan Plan for fragmentation of India was the brainchild of whom? Is it W. Churchill? It's M.A. Jinnah? Is it Lord Mountbatten or it's V.P. Menon?
Manik, what do you think is the right answer?
So
The
we'll
way
we'll
that
wait for the students to tell us the right answers.
okay. Now let's see what the answers are. Mike, do you want to give a guess before we go to the poll?
It's option D, I think.
Okay, I think Manik, you're with 9% of the students. Right options for both
It's
questions
actually
is option C.
it's complete independence for India is the correct answer to the question number 1. And to the question number 2, it's Lord Mountbatten.
Yes. Good students. I see a lot of you giving the right answers. They're
Well done,
making it
everybody.
difficult for us
Excellent.
now. Let's
Let's
move
move
on to
on to
the
the
next one.
next questions. Who was the first Governor General of independent India? And your second question is who of the following founded the East India Association? Just read both the questions carefully and answer the correct. Who was the first Governor General of independent India?
Okay. Couple of seconds more before we move to the answers.
So let's find out the correct answers.
You want to try again, Manik?
I think it's option A.
Yes, Manik. The answers are on the screen for everyone.
Great students. 59% of you have given the correct answers to the question number 1, and
And
52
the right answer for question number 2,
is
52%.
Dadabai Naroji.
Other students, please read the questions. Take some time.
So we'll move on to the next question. Who gave the mantra do or die? And your second question is who declared as his ultimate aim the wiping of every tears from every eye? Is it Jawaharlal Nehru, it's M.K. Gandhi, it's Bal Gangadhar Tilak, or it's Sardar Patel? I hope everybody have heard or read about this. So majority should give the correct answers to both the questions. We hope.
I think majority will give the right answer for both these questions. Let's move on. Let's see what the
So
answers are. Do or die was indeed Mahatma Gandhi's statement. Yes
excellent
and yes.
students.
Very well done, students. It's Mahatma Gandhi and Nehru. Both are the
Nehru,
right answers.
Jawaharlal Nehru is the right answer to question number 2. Great students, well done. And we'll move on to the next question. When did Queen Victoria declare the taking over of Indian administration under the British Crown? And your second question is who of the following revolutionaries set up a united Indian house in the US? When did Queen Victoria declare the taking over of Indian administration under British Crown? Is it year 1st November 1858 or 31st December 1857? Is 6th January 1958 or it's 17th November 1859.
Come on, students, let's see. Let's move to the answer.
Little tricky, but I guess everybody will get it right. We'll find out what's the correct answer.
Okay, let's find out what the right answers are. It was indeed 1st November 1858. Okay. I think students have got the second question correct. 30% of you got it correct. First one was 1st November, not 31st December 1857. Moving on.
We'll move on to the next set of questions.
Students, now you'll have to pay attention. This is an audio question. The second question is an audio question. First question is a regular one.
So we'll play the audio first. You just listen to the audio, and then we'll show you, put up the questions on screen. So Puva, if you can just play the audio and student can go through
Okay.
the audio.
Just starting the audio.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world
Okay,
sleeps,
let's start.
India will awake
So
to
we'll
life and
show the
freedom.
options. So I guess everybody recognized the voice. So the questions are, so first is the normal question. Who of the following has called Muhammad Ali Jinnah as ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity? And after hearing this audio, who just find out who delivered the speech. Is it Lal Bahadur Shastri, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Mahatma Gandhi, or is Jawaharlal Nehru?
In case you want to listen to it again, small.
The audio once more.
A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when
Okay,
we
let's
step out
move
from
to
the
the
old
answers.
to the new, when an
Let's find
age
out the
ends,
correct answers.
and when the soul of an age...
So let's
So
find out
Rojni
the
is the right answer for the first question. Let's see how many of you have got it correct. And let's see how many of you have been listening to this quiz. Answer is Jawaharlal Nehru. Can we have the poll? Let's see how many students have got it.
Okay. So the
Well
for the
done. A lot of students are listening to us, Manik.
absolutely.
The
So
video, the voice that was played, the audio.
they recognize the voice and it's Jawaharlal Nehru. But to the question number one, it's just little tricky it was. So
Okay, moving on.
to the next set of question now. So
Another
again,
audio question.
so we'll play the audio first, and you guys listen to the audio carefully, and we'll ask the questions then. Puvasan, if you can just play the audio.
Okay, audio.
Ruthlessness or rigor of repressive machinery of government can and has enabled us to gain a sudden improvement, but it is neither creditable to you nor to us to have recourse to such a distasteful course. Besides, this method would not bring about lasting results, and ultimately we would, I am sure, be faced with
Okay,
problems
students, I think everybody is
much
covered
more
right now.
complicated and disturbing
Let's have
than
the question on the
those
screen.
which immediately demand solution.
So the
This
first
is
question is, which incident led Gandhiji to withdraw from the non-cooperation movement? And after hearing the audio, who is speaking in this audio? It's B. Ambedkar, it's S. Satyamurthy, it's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, or it's Lala Lajpat Rai. We hope you guys are having fun with this quiz, and we'll wait for the correct answers.
Let's move to the answers, Manik.
Absolutely, Guva. If you can show us the
Okay.
correct answers. Let's see how many have got it right.
I think the audio sounded like Vallabhai Patel to me.
Let's see the answers. You were right, Guva. To question number 2 with Sardar Vallabhai Patel. Let's see how many of you have got it correct.
I think a lot of students
A lot of students got it
agree with me.
correct.
It is indeed Vallabhai Patel. And the first question also is correct. Well done, students.
Well done. Lots of people got it correct. So we'll move on to the next set of question. So this question also contains one audio. So we'll play the audio first, and you guys listen to the audio carefully, and we'll ask the question accordingly then. Hua, if you can
Okay.
play the audio.
बन सकती है। मुझको सब हाथ मिले तब बड़ी ताली में बजा सकता हूँ और तब मैं सारी दुनिया को हंसा सकता हूँ। और पीछे दुनिया क्या कहेगी कि अगर कोई मुल्क को आज़ाद होना चाहिए वो तो हिंदुस्तान इस आज़ादी के लिए मुल्क है। और मेरी तो तमन्ना ये है, मेरी तो आशा ये है, ईश्वर से प्रार्थना ये है कि हिंदुस्तान ऐसा बने।
Identify the person in the audio you heard. And your second question is, which among the following capitalists served as AICC treasurer for a long time and went to jail in 1930?
Manik, I think the first question was indeed very difficult. I doubt you will get this correct.
But I think everybody will get it correct, as we are
Our
going
students
on.
are very smart.
Absolutely,
Let's
Goa.
see.
Let's find out the
I
correct
hope they
answers.
put it wrong. Okay, let's move to the answers. Let's see how many have got it correct.
Okay.
Indeed, it was a very difficult question, Manik, the audio, and the answer is MK Gandhi. Let's see what our students have answered.
Indeed, it was little tricky, and most of you have given Subhash Chandra Bose as the correct answer, but the correct answer is MK Gandhi to the first. And to the second question, it's Jamna Lal Bajaj.
41% have got it correct.
Well done, everybody. Excellent. We'll move on to the next set of questions.
Students, we are nearing the end, so please pay attention to this. Now the next question. One question is a video question. So I will play the video first, and then we will display the poll with the other question. So please pay attention. Everybody, eyes on your screen. I'm just going to play the video for you.
Please watch the video carefully and answer.
This is a true Gandhi follower. Yes, Tom, this newsreel sure is a riot.
Okay.
And believe you me, Thomas, those
Let's
bamboo
go
experts,
back to the
they can
questions.
crack your...
See the questions.
Can we have the questions, Manik?
So the first question is, in which year the cabinet mission arrived in India? And your second question is, after watching the video, it's a movement launched at the Bombay session of the All India Congress Committee on 8 August 1942 during the World War II, demanding an end to British rule of India. Which movement was that? Was it Quit India movement, Swadeshi movement, Khalifat movement, or its Home Rule movement?
The second question was related to the video. So hope everybody got a chance to see the video. Okay, now let's move to the answers.
Let's find out the correct answers.
Okay, and the answers are 1946, and the video was about Quit India movement.
Let's see how many of you got it correct.
I think a majority would have got this correct. Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
indeed.
Students have got this correct. For 55% have got it correct. Quit India movement was the right answer for question 2, and 38% have got it correct for the first question, 1946.
46. Yes.
Okay,
Great,
now
student.
let's move
We'll
to
on to the
our last set of questions if I'm not wrong.
fine. Absolutely, we are on to the final set of questions now. So again, this set contains a video. Supu Hassan will play a video. Just watch the video carefully, and we'll show you the questions accordingly.
Okay, just give me a second. Let me play the video for everyone. Okay, here goes the video. Vani, can we have questions?
So we can have the question on screen now. So the first question is, which of the following parties were founded by B.R. Ambedkar? And after watching the video, the question is, major non-violent protest action in India took place in the year 1930. The march was the first act in an even larger campaign of civil disobedience. Identify the movement. Is it Dandi March, Champaran Satyagrah, Revolt of 1857, or its civil disobedience movement?
We'll give a couple more
Poss-
seconds.
Possibly the toughest, but I think everybody will get it correct. So we'll wait for the correct answers.
Okay, let's wait. In 3, 2, 1, let's have the answers now. Okay,
So the answers to question number 1 was Y and Z only is the correct answers, and is the correct answer, and 40% of you have given it correct. And to the video, the correct answer was Dandi March, and we can
yes.
see 38% of you have got it correct.
Well
Well,
done, students.
well done, students. With that, we come to the end of our questions. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We did, and thank you very much for joining in today. And we would love to hear from you. So you can send out your suggestions at support@paletra.com. Thank you once again, and happy independence to all of you. I will pass on this to Achin to take it forward.
Thank you, students, for joining in today. Hope you all have enjoyed the quiz and learned about our India's independent movement. Hope to see you soon again. We'll keep you posted on the result and the upcoming quizzes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, students.